Recital is one section in real estate that a lot of people do not know about or have even heard about it. Rather, people, when they see properties, they go straight to the price, the plot size, the location. And in doing that, they miss the parts that could save them from investing wrong or investing properties they shouldn't. This section is called the recital. Today, I'm going to be explaining what this means and what it tells you and why it should be the very first place you should look every single time you are looking to invest or buy that property. What is the meaning of recital? I will literally call it the story behind that property you are looking to buy. Think of recital as the biography of the land. It is usually found at the very beginning of a land document, say the deed of assignment or the deed of conveyance or any other title document, and it tells you the full story of the land in its chronological order. It answers the question, how did this land get to this point and how did it get to the person who is selling it to you? It will typically read something like this on the deed of assignment, dated the 5th of March 2010. The land was transferred from Mr. A to Mr. B, and by further deed of assignment, dated the 12th of January 2016, the land was transferred from Mr. B to Mr. C, and Mr. C is the one transferring to you. That chain from the very first owner to the person currently selling that property is called a recital. It is a land story. And just like any other story, it is important that in missing the middle, the whole things fall apart. And someone will ask, why does this chain matter? Why should I know about the recital? The reason is that the recital is so powerful right here in Nigeria, and it must always be clear and the chain must be unbroken. Every legitimate transfer of land from one person to another must be documented. And the recital is where you find and you can verify that every single transfer is properly recorded with names and dates and the nature of its transaction. When the chain is clean and complete, it tells you that this land has a traceable and verifiable history. Nobody just appears from nowhere claiming to own it. The property is fully verifiable. When you understand that this property is properly traceable, it gives you the confidence as a buyer when you're trying to invest in it. Because ultimately, the person selling this property to you can give you what they legitimately received. If their own ownership is questionable, yours will be too. A clean recital is a clean title, and a very clean title is a protected investment. The reason why this is absolutely necessary for you to pay attention to is that in Abuja real estate, a lot of properties do not have a great and a functional recital, and that is why a lot of people constantly invest in things that are fraud. Here are hidden red flags you can cite when you see a recital, and here is also what you need to do, paying close attention when reading that recital. The most dangerous red flag in a land document are not always in obvious places, especially if you are someone who does not understand. They hide it in recital, and in most common ones, they are missing names or missing dates, and that is what you should look out for. Let me explain to you how you can notice a red flag in a recital. If the recital shows that the land went from Mr. A to Mr. B and suddenly it appears in the hand of Mr. D, with no record of what happened to Mr. C or when the transfer from C to D took place, that is a break in the chain. It could mean a lot of things. It could mean, one, that the land was transferred without proper documentation. It could also mean someone's rights were being trespassed on. It could also mean that there is another party out there with legitimate claim on that land, and this claim could surface after you've paid and have taken possession. You see why you need to avoid this kind of menace when it comes to real estate. Similarly, if a transfer is mentioned but no date is attached to it, you cannot verify when it happened, whether it was done legally or whether it conflicts with another transaction on the same land, then it is something you should pay attention to. A missing name means someone's ownership was either skipped or is hidden. A missing date means a transaction cannot be properly verified. Either of these two cases should help you sit down and look at it critically. Do not let anybody tell you that it is a minor issue. A break in a recital of land documents is a serious red flag. and it deserves a serious answer before any money is going to be transferred. If you've watched this video up to this very point, don't forget to give us a like or subscribing to our channel for amazing informative content like this. You rarely get this kind of content about real estate, and that is why we are here to constantly educate you on how you should invest in Abuja real estate market. If you are wondering why do I need to know about this, it is the foundation of the document, the ownership history. If the ownership history is broken or incomplete, then the allocation letter, the contract of sale, the signatures, none of it can fully protect you. You'll be holding a document that literally feels incomplete. But if knowing this and you can pay attention to this, you will avoid any form of wrong transaction. What you can do today is start finding out what the recital of that property is about, confirm the date, find out who moved or who is selling the property, who sold it at the very beginning, and ensure that you know. And if you're not comfortable when you are reading it or you cannot interpret it yourself, it's understandable. You can also get a property lawyer or a lawyer who can interpret it to you. Involve a lawyer, pay for that legal review. It is far cheaper than you losing your land in the future. The recital is the story of the land, and every story must be complete. If you're about to buy a property or a land in Abuja and you want someone who understands this properly, proper documentation, proper recital, and you want that you invest in a verifiable document or a verifiable property, especially in Abuja, then there's a number showing on your screen right now. You can reach us through chats, through WhatsApp message, or through call, where we can help and direct you in the next decision for you trying to invest in Abuja real estate. And if this video was quite educative and informative, do not forget to give us a like. If you have further questions regarding the topic recital, we'd like to hear from you in the comment section. So we'll come your way again. Stay safe and invest right.